Introduction. Stoicism is more than just a philosophy. It's a guide for daily living, a framework that equips us to face life's challenges with resilience and wisdom. Developed by thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism is based on the idea that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external events but from the way we respond to those events. Stoic teachings encourage us to master our own mind and emotions, cultivate virtues like courage and wisdom, and live in harmony with the world around us. By following the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, we can transform our lives, develop inner peace, and build the strength to handle whatever challenges come our way. The 12 Stoic secrets shared here will guide you on your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself, helping you to align your actions, thoughts, and goals with Stoic principles. 1. The Dichotomy of Control. Understanding what you can and can't control. One of the foundational teachings of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. The Stoics believed that we should focus our energy and attention solely on what we can control and stop worrying about things that lie outside of our influence. For example, if you are preparing for an important presentation, you cannot control how the audience will respond, the questions they will ask, or even the technical issues that may arise. However, you can control how prepared you are, how confidently you speak, and how you manage your own feelings of anxiety or nervousness. Practical application. Start each day by identifying the things you can control, your actions, your thoughts, your mindset. Write down what is in your control and what is not. When you encounter challenges, remind yourself to focus only on your responses. Let go of the urge to control the uncontrollable, like other people's opinions or natural events. By doing this, you free yourself from unnecessary frustration and anxiety. Example: imagine you're stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. Instead of getting frustrated, you can choose to remain calm, listen to a podcast, or mentally prepare for the meeting. In this way, you control your reaction and use your time productively, rather than wasting energy on something you can't change. 2. Practice virtue above all else. Stoicism holds that virtue is the highest good. Virtue is not about external success or recognition, but about living according to moral excellence, defined by 4 core principles: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues form the backbone of Stoic living and guide us in all of our decisions and actions. Wisdom, the ability to make decisions based on knowledge and insight, rather than impulses or emotions. Courage, the strength to do what is right, even when it is difficult, uncomfortable, or risky. Justice, treating others with fairness, kindness, and respect, while striving to contribute positively to the community. Temperance, exercising self-control and moderation in all areas of life, from eating and drinking to managing our desires and impulses. Practical application. In every decision you make, ask yourself, is this in line with virtue? Whether it's deciding how to spend your time, how to treat others, or how to manage your emotions, let these virtues guide your actions. When faced with temptations or challenges, consider whether responding virtuously will lead to a stronger character and a more meaningful life. Example: if you are faced with a difficult ethical choice at work, perhaps involving the temptation to take credit for someone else's idea, your commitment to virtue, specifically justice, will guide you to act with honesty and fairness. By choosing to be just, you may not immediately benefit in the way that others might, but you strengthen your character and maintain your integrity. 3. Embrace adversity and challenges. Adversity in Stoic thought is not something to avoid, but to embrace. Challenges are inevitable, but they are also opportunities for growth. The Stoics teach us that every obstacle is an opportunity to practice resilience, develop virtues like patience and courage, and become a better version of ourselves. The Stoics believed that it is not the events themselves that cause suffering, but our judgments about those events. If we see a challenge as a test of our character, we can approach it with calmness and strength, knowing that we have the power to grow from it. Practical application. When faced with adversity, rather than asking, "Why me?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Reflect on how this challenge can teach you a lesson about yourself or life in general. If you face a setback, use it as an 4. Be present. Live in the moment. The Stoics understood that the present moment is all we truly have. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. By focusing on the present, we free ourselves from the regrets of the past and the anxieties about the future, both of which often create unnecessary suffering. Being present allows us to fully engage in our activities, whether it's a conversation, a task, or simply enjoying the natural world around us. It also allows us to practice mindfulness and appreciate the small moments in life. Practical application. Throughout your day, practice mindfulness by focusing all your attention on the task at hand. If you are having a conversation with a friend, truly listen without thinking about what you are going to say next. When you are working, give your full attention to the task and avoid distractions. This not only enhances productivity, but also enriches your experiences. Example: imagine sitting down to dinner with family. Instead of checking your phone or worrying about something that happened earlier in the day, take a deep breath and immerse yourself fully in the moment. Engage with your loved ones, savor the food, and appreciate the present. This will deepen your connections and improve your mental clarity. 5. Cultivate emotional resilience. One of the key goals of Stoicism is emotional resilience, being able to withstand emotional turmoil and remain rational in the face of challenges. Stoics believed that we cannot always control external events, but we can control our emotional responses. By understanding and mastering our emotions, we are better equipped to deal with difficult situations without being overwhelmed by them. Emotional resilience is about recognizing and understanding your emotions without letting them dictate your behavior. It's about stepping back and making conscious, rational choices in response to emotions like anger, fear, or sadness. Practical application. When you feel an intense emotion like anger or anxiety rising within you, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what is the cause of this emotion? Is it based on something I can control? If not, acknowledge the emotion and let it pass without letting it control your actions. Practicing this will allow you to respond thoughtfully, not impulsively. Example: if you are criticized at work, instead of reacting defensively, take a deep breath and ask for constructive feedback. Recognize the emotional reaction, but don't let it dictate how you respond. By controlling your emotions, you can turn a potentially negative situation into a learning opportunity. 6. Use negative visualization. Negative visualization is a technique used by the Stoics to prepare for worst-case scenarios. By imagining losing what we hold dear, whether it's our health, our job, or our relationships, we gain a deeper appreciation for what we currently have and reduce the fear of loss. This technique helps us to be more resilient in the face of future adversity and to stay grounded in gratitude. Rather than being pessimistic, negative visualization is about preparing mentally for possible hardships. By visualizing loss, we can better cope with difficult events when they occur and appreciate the present more fully. Practical application. Set aside time each day to contemplate a worst-case scenario. Visualize what it would feel like to lose something important to you and how you would cope. This helps to reduce the sting of loss when it happens, and reminds you to be grateful for what you have in the present moment. Example: imagine you 7. Value self-discipline and control. Self-discipline is essential for achieving personal growth and becoming the best version of yourself. The Stoics believe that through self-control, we can overcome our impulses and desires, making decisions based on reason rather than emotion. This allows us to act in alignment with our values and long-term goals, rather than giving in to short-term pleasures or distractions. Practical application. Set clear, specific goals for yourself and stay committed to achieving them. Develop daily habits that reinforce discipline, such as setting aside time for exercise, reading, or practicing mindfulness. When you feel tempted to deviate from your goals, remind yourself of the long-term benefits of staying on track. Example: if you are trying to improve your physical health, resist the temptation to skip workouts or indulge in unhealthy foods. Instead, focus on the long-term benefits of sticking to your routine and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Over time, this self-discipline will lead to better physical and mental health. 8. Live according to nature. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the idea that we should live in accordance with nature. But what does it mean to live in accordance with nature? Stoics believe that nature has a rational order, and that, as human beings, we are rational creatures who should align our actions with this natural order. To live according to nature means to act in harmony with the universe, recognizing that we are part of a larger whole and that everything in life has a purpose, even the challenges we face. In Stoic thought, living according to nature also refers to accepting the fundamental aspects of life: birth, growth, decay, and death, and understanding that these cycles are natural. Our struggle against these realities often causes unnecessary suffering, but by embracing them, we align ourselves with the way the world is meant to unfold. This principle is closely tied to accepting the impermanence of life and letting go of attachment to things, people, or outcomes. Recognizing that everything is transient, including our own lives, helps us appreciate what we have and live with greater purpose. Practical application. Reflect on how your actions align with the natural world. Are you acting in harmony with your own nature as a rational being? Are you accepting of change and impermanence rather than resisting it? Embrace the cycles of life, from seasons to stages of growth and aging, knowing that each part of life has meaning. Example: if you face the death of a loved one, it's natural to feel grief. However, by accepting that death is an inevitable part of life, you can reduce the suffering associated with the loss. Instead of focusing on what is gone, you can reflect on the love and the moments shared, appreciating the time you had together. This acceptance of nature's cycles allows you to live more peacefully and deeply. 9. Pursue wisdom relentlessly. For Stoics, wisdom was considered the most important virtue. Wisdom is not simply knowledge, it is the practical application of knowledge in our daily lives. It involves making decisions based on reason, understanding the world around us, and knowing how to live a life of virtue. Pursuing wisdom means continuously learning and seeking truth, whether it's through study, self-reflection, or learning from life experiences. It's about developing a deep understanding of ourselves, others, and the universe, so that we can make decisions that align with our values and lead to a life of fulfillment. In addition to intellectual knowledge, wisdom also involves emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize and understand our own emotions and those of others. By cultivating wisdom, we can navigate the complexities of life with clarity, patience, and compassion. Practical application. Dedicate time each day to study and self-reflection. Whether it's reading philosophical texts, journaling about your thoughts and actions, or engaging in conversations that challenge your thinking, make the pursuit of wisdom a daily habit. Additionally, seek feedback from others to gain a broader perspective on your actions and attitudes. Example: if you encounter 10, develop a strong sense of purpose. Having a sense of purpose is central to Stoic philosophy. Stoics believe that each person has a unique role to play in life, and by understanding and fulfilling that role, we can achieve a meaningful existence. Your purpose should be grounded in virtue, not in external achievements or material success. It's about living in a way that is aligned with your values and contributing to the greater good. A strong sense of purpose provides direction and motivation, especially during challenging times. It helps you stay focused on what truly matters, allowing you to remain steadfast in the face of obstacles. With a clear purpose, you are better able to prioritize your time, energy, and resources, making decisions that are consistent with your long-term goals. For the Stoics, purpose is not about seeking fame or wealth, but about acting with integrity, fulfilling your responsibilities, and making a positive impact on the world around you. By living a life of purpose, you contribute to the common good, whether through your work, your relationships, or your personal development. Practical application. Take time to reflect on what matters most to you. What values do you hold dear? What do you want to contribute to the world? Define your purpose clearly and let it guide your decisions and actions. Revisit your purpose regularly to ensure that you are living in alignment with your true goals and that your life reflects what you believe is most important. Example: if your purpose is to live a life of service to others, consider how you can integrate this into your daily life. Perhaps you find a job that allows you to help others, volunteer in your community, or mentor someone in need. When faced with decisions, you will weigh them against your purpose. Even in tough times, knowing that you are fulfilling your purpose can provide a deep sense of satisfaction and resilience. Conclusion: the Stoic path to becoming the best version of yourself is a journey of continuous growth and self-mastery. By embracing the Stoic principles of living according to nature, pursuing wisdom relentlessly, and developing a strong sense of purpose, you can create a life that is aligned with your values and filled with meaning. Each of these Stoic secrets invites us to look inward, to cultivate virtue, and to face the challenges of life with calmness, clarity, and resilience. Through these practices, you can develop a deep sense of peace and contentment, no matter what external circumstances arise. As you continue